a tall guard who can shoot the three. She is nasty on defense. What I love about her is she brings this kind of spark and energy to the court. She is very feisty. She is not scared to go after it. And she, I feel like, will also act as an enforcer on this team. But Sophie is someone also.
Sophie Cunningham just dropped some piping hot tea, and trust me, it's scalding. We all assumed she joined the Indiana Fever for a fresh start. Maybe a bigger role or a shot at a ring with Caitlin Clark, right? Well, nope. The real reason? Way messier. Way more dramatic. Let's just say Sophie's move might have a little something to do with pettiness, revenge, and possibly trolling an entire fan base.
Why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem.
Sophie Cunningham really said, Caitlin Clark is a gem. And you? No. She meant that with her whole heart. And now she's about to be Caitlin's personal Secret Service agent on the Indiana Fever. Dreams do come true, folks. Sophie's been manifesting this for a minute, out here on podcasts, practically writing love letters about how much she wanted to play with Caitlin, and boom, it actually happened.
I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. Like, I would love to play with her one day, for real.
Picture it, first game of the season. Caitlin Clark's bringing the ball up the court, minding her business, probably about to pull up from the parking lot. And then, boom, some defensive menace tries to rough her up. Bad idea, because Sophie Cunningham is right there, cracking, her knuckles fully prepared to send someone flying into the third row. You thought Sophie was just here to shoot threes and smile? Nah, she's on a mission. And that mission? Protect Caitlin Clark at all costs.
Everybody's thinking, did the Indiana Fever give up too much for Sophie Cunningham? I say absolutely not. Who are they going to get at the 8th spot that's going to be valuable, can be an automatic impact player for the Fever? This GM is thinking big. Not thinking the future, she's thinking now.
Yeah, Sophie already has that dog in her. She's been throwing elbows, taking charges, and barking at opponents for years. But now she's got purpose. This isn't just basketball for her anymore. This is about defending the future of women's basketball. You really think she's going to let anyone breathe near Caitlin without consequences? Absolutely not.
I think it's a fun time to be a part of the W. I truly believe that. I think the skill and the talent has always been there, but now it's just the viewership. And so I give a big old clap to the rookie class. I think that's a lot to deal with when you're at that age and you have that many eyes on you. But I think they've done a great job in the league as well. I think the physicality and all that they're going to get used to, but I think especially Caitlin Clark, she's been killing it. And I'm a huge fan, and I never say that.
Let's address something real quick. Nalissa Smith. Oh, Nalissa Smith. You know she's somewhere pouting right now because, let's be real, she wasn't exactly rolling out the red carpet for Caitlin. She looked at Caitlin like she was some random freshman taking her varsity spot. The vibes were off. And now she's got to deal with Sophie Cunningham riding into town like a Wild West enforcer, ready to clear out all negativity. Everybody's got something to say. Teams are holding press conferences just to throw shade. And meanwhile, Caitlin, she's just trying to hoop. That's exactly why Sophie is the perfect teammate. She's got that unbothered, I wish you would energy that Caitlin desperately needs beside her.
Have more breaking news. Another signing just happened. Sophie Cunningham was just acquired to the Indiana Fever by the Indiana Fever. Oh my goodness. Within 2 hours. And guess who was gone? Nalissa Smith is gone.
Imagine a game where Angel Reese tries to get spicy. Because you know she will. You know she's going to be out there trying to foul Caitlin 14 times before halftime. But guess what? Sophie's waiting, like a bodyguard outside the club. Angel reaches, Sophie's blocking, Angel talks, Sophie talks louder. Sophie Cunningham is about to become the Fever enforcer. If you thought she was tough before, just wait until she's got a reason to turn it up. The second somebody even thinks smart about messing with Caitlyn, Sophie's gonna be in their face like, you want to reconsider that decision?
This is amazing for women's basketball. This is amazing for women's sports in general. You have so many people, so many new and fresh eyes on our sport that maybe they're a little uneducated and maybe they kind of stir the pot a little bit. And so I get that, but for that class to come in, you have her, you have Angel Reese, you have some other big names, but really those two and the amount of millions of followers that they brought to our league, you have to applaud them and you have to be fans of that, because if you're smart, it's not about money, but if you're smart, you're going to be making a lot more.
Though I all remember last season, right? When Dijonai Carrington made it her personal mission to turn Caitlin Clark into a punching bag. The eye poke, that weirdly aggressive stare down like she was about to drop a mixtape. Yeah, we remember. And guess what? Nalissa Smith, her own teammate, did absolutely nothing. Not a word, not a glare. Just straight up vibes and indifference. Like, girl, your teammate is out here moving like a WWE heel, and you're just standing there? Not even a fake chill out or a half-hearted hold back? Nah, that's wild. Nalissa was out there like she was watching a Netflix show, just observing like she paid for premium seats. We saw it, we took notes, and now the Indiana Fever have Sophie Cunningham. Let me tell you something. Things are about to be very different.
WNBA Twitter is currently crashing out over Black Eye Gate. I'm sure we've seen by now this play where Dijonai Carrington pokes Caitlin Clark in the eye. And after seeing this angle, so many people are saying that it was intentional, right? Dijonai goes up to steal the ball, and when she comes down, her hand goes like this, straight into Caitlin's.
The trade of the century. Nalissa Smith out, Sophie Cunningham in. And let me tell you, this was the best thing that could have happened to the Indiana Fever. Nalissa wasted zero time announcing she was heading to the Dallas Wings, like the trade wasn't even official for 5 minutes, before she was on Instagram talking about how excited she was to be in Dallas with her girlfriend, Dijonai Carrington. Girl, at least fake some heartbreak for the team that drafted you. Just a little, thank you, Indiana, for everything. Nope, none of that. Just, can't wait to get to Dallas with my girl. Oh, trust me, we know you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait last season when Dijonai was out there treating Caitlin Clark like a day's stress ball. And you stood around watching like an unpaid extra in a movie. You had all the time in the world to step in to defend your supposed franchise player. But nope, silence. The Fever were out there fighting for their lives, and you were just vibing. But guess what? It's all good. Because in return, the Fever got someone who is absolutely crazy work. Sophie Cunningham.
And I'm here to tell you, Sophie Cunningham is not finna put up with the hate and the bullying Caitlin Clark has been receiving throughout the WNBA, because we know last year that was a big target for Caitlin Clark, was to get an enforcer. And like I keep telling y'all, Kelly Cristobal is not messing around, bro.
Because Sophie Cunningham, she's not here to play nice. She's not here for moral victories. She's here for chaos, smoke, and violence. And if anybody thinks they're gonna pull what Dijonai Carrington did last year, they've got another thing coming. Imagine the game 1. Dijonai tries some nonsense again. Boom. Sophie's already there. No hesitation. Immediate retaliation. Elbows checked. Screens set hard. Trash talk? Oh, Sophie majored in it. Sophie is about to turn Indiana into the toughest team in the WNBA. No more soft responses. No more, we'll just play our game and let the refs handle it. Nah. If someone's out here trying to handle Caitlin, Sophie's handling them. And let's be real. Sophie has been that girl. She's been running at full speed, bass into screens, clapping in faces, talking trash, and giving zero as apologies. And now she's got Caitlin Clark as a teammate. Oh, she's treating this like a full-time job. Dijonai tries it again? Sophie's already there. Sophie said the Caitlin Clark effect is real. And guess what? She wants all the smoke that comes with it. You don't get a player like Caitlin Clark and let her get pushed around. Not when Sophie Cunningham is in town. And let's be real, Sophie is not built for that. Let's just play through it. Nonsense. She's 110% energy, 110% effort, 110% ready to throw hands if necessary. Like Picture it. First game of the season. Some defender starts getting a little too physical with Caitlyn, maybe a little extra shove, maybe some unnecessary bumping. Sophie's immediate response? No hesitation. No waiting for the refs. Sophie is handling it herself. And that's exactly what Caitlyn was missing last season. Let's be real, she got hacked, shoved, a full-on tackled odd at times. And what did her teammates do? Absolutely nothing. Just standing around like they were waiting for an Uber. But this year? Oh, this year is different.
Natasha Howard, these are plug-and-play pieces. We need plug-and-play, immediate impact. That's what we need. We need players to come in and make immediate impact. And that's what Kelly and Amber has done with this free agency. A lot of people thought the Indiana Fever was going to pull up short. I'm here to tell you, they was playing chess while everybody else in the damn W was playing checkers, bro. They just strategically put this thing together.
Because Sophie Cunningham, she's not just a shooter. She's not just a hustle player. She's the type to run straight through a screen just to prove a point. The type to talk trash, get in your face, and then smile while she drains a three in your eye. And now she's got Caitlin Clark as her running mate. If you think Sophie doesn't take this personally, you are out of your mind. She's the type to watch film, pause it, zoom in, take notes, and then show up to the next game with a AO list, a full who tried Caitlin checklist, ready to be handled. Imagine some defender tries to get rough with Caitlyn, Sophie's already a sprinting over. Like, oh, do we have a problem? Not on her watch, not this season. This year, Caitlyn finally has teammates who actually got her back. Not just standing there, not just looking around confused. She's got warriors now. And leading the charge, Sophie Cunningham.
NaLyssa Smith, Robin Lundberg, NaLyssa Smith, as we all know, was a borderline liability for the Fever last season. Not sure where the idea she had trade value is coming from. Indiana made clear upgrades. Yeah, I mean, NaLyssa Smith had very little trade value. There, basically, when they came back from the All-Star break, NaLyssa Smith dropped off a map. She went MIA on the Indiana Fever. I mean, seriously, I voted for NaLyssa Smith for the All-Star game. Think about that. And then her behavior and her play went right down the shitter in the second half of the season. She basically no-showed. Yeah, she was on the court. She wasn't showing up.
She's come to Indiana like she just got hired as Caitlin Clark's personal bodyguard. You think Dejounte Carrington is going to try that nonsense again? Ha! A second. She even thinks about breathing too aggressively near Caitlyn. Sophie stepping up, hands on hips, ready to deliver a hard screen, a well-placed shove, or let's be honest, a Yee style takedown. Let's be real, the Fever needed this. They needed someone who's actually about that action. Someone who's not just gonna stand around while their star player is getting targeted. And now, the Fever are looking strong. Caitlin Clark is stepping into year 2. And let's be honest, she's coming for all the records. Last season, that was just the preview. This season, box office hit. And now, with a stronger roster, a better supporting cast, and actual protection on the court. Oh, she's about to cook. And it's gonna be very, very sweet. Sophie is setting hard screens. Aaliyah Boston is locking down the paint. Fever shooters, locked and loaded. And Caitlin, she's about to have a season that makes WNBA history. MVP numbers? Probably. Deep playoff run? Very possible. WNBA championship, you can say that again. Because one thing's for sure, this is not last season's Fever. This is the 2025 Indiana Fever. Championship contenders. Y'all had your fun last year. This year, business is booming.
for the Fever. They're not just going out and trying to sign the very best player that they can find. They're finding pieces. And there's a difference when you go into free agency and you're looking at it through the lens on putting together a team that's cohesive, putting together a team that makes sense, putting together a team that's not going to have drama in the locker room, that's going to have chemistry on the court. That's what they're doing. And I honestly thought the Fever were already in title contention when they signed Natasha Howard and they re-signed Kelsey Mitchell, because we have seen with Caitlin Clark, one of the best attributes of her game is that she elevates the players around her. She makes those players better.
The league better be ready, because the Fever aren't playing nice this year. If you try our Caitlin Clark, just know Sophie is coming for you next. Indiana Fever games are no longer a safe space for Caitlin Clark haters. Y'all had your fun last year. This year, it's the Sophie Cunningham Revenge Tour. Protecting Caitlin Clark. That's mission number 1. Sophie Cunningham just walked in the building and she is not here to play nice. Caitlin is the cow star, but Sophie is the storm. And anybody who wants to test that is about to learn the hard way. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.